Each year, an estimated 100,000 visitors come through these doors at the St. George Children's Museum. This one-of-a-kind museum for kids just celebrated 5 years of operations. Catering to children up to about age 12, the museum allows interactive and hands-on learning, everything from flying a plane to what it's like to work in a pretend grocery store, or even how to milk a cow.
It's wonderful because my kids are all different ages and they can all find something that they love here, and it teaches them different things about our community, different jobs in the community, and it just kind of lets them freely explore, and it's such a magical place.
It takes a lot of upkeep to keep children coming back. The museum adds new displays and, of course, must keep everything clean that's touched. While the first 4 years was based on donations, that soon changed.
We were operating under a donation-only system, and it just was not proving to provide enough funds to keep the lights on as well as we wanted, let's just say. So a year ago, we implemented a $5 admission charge for all of our guests. We do have a free day on Thursdays, first Thursday of the month.
While the admission fee covers about 26% of the museum's budget, Egner said much of the budget is dependent upon a new sales tax that was implemented by Washington County voters in 2015.
We have applied every year, and let's just say that, yes, there would be a significant gap if we didn't have the R.A.P tax funds that the city and the county provide.
The St. George Children's Museum is one of more than 30 organizations that applies for money from the R.A.P tax.
The R.A.P tax stands for the Recreation, Arts, and Parks, and that tax money is a supplement for a lot of these organizations to be able to operate and to be able to do really neat things. For some of these organizations, that accounts for a large percentage of their operation budget, and it's really a neat way to actually see in motion your tax dollars at work.
Since 2016, the R.A.P tax has collected a percentage of sales tax money for places like the Children's Museum.
Out of every $10 that's spent, 1 penny is allocated to the recreation, arts, and parks. So for every $100 that's spent, 1 dime, 10 cents, is allocated to arts and parks.
Because the money does come from sales tax, not only do residents pay into it, but so do the tourists. The R.A.P Tax Advisory Board oversees the process of receiving and reviewing the applications each year.
These grants are not an entitlement. They're simply they're a grant. They're competitive, and people have to demonstrate why they need that money.
Those interested in applying for the funds can go to the portal for the R.A.P tax on the county's website. While the initial amount of money collected was around $250,000, it's now up to around $450,000. About 15% is divvied up among the cultural arts, and the rest goes to the cities, each receiving their shares based upon the point of sale.
So they get 85 cents, or 8.5 cents rather, of that dime, and they can distribute that how they want.
The life of the R.A.P tax is 10 years, so voters will be asked again in about 7 years to decide on whether to keep the tax going. The St. George Children's Museum is just one example of your R.A.P tax dollars at work. In St. George, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.